Have you ever met someone who makes you question everything? Your morals, your fears, your very sense of safety, and yet you can't look away? That's exactly the twisted trap Adeline falls into. At first glance, you'd think this is just another dark romance, but it's not. It's so much more layered, so much more dangerous. It grips you by the throat and dares you to stop reading. And the scariest part? You don't want to. So, Adeline, Addie for short, is this gothic romance author, freshly moved into her grandmother's eerie, ivy-covered mansion. Think vintage mirrors, creaky floors, and one of those huge libraries with hidden secrets. She's drawn to the house for more than nostalgia. It feels like her grandmother left her something unfinished. But here's where things start getting strange. She's being watched. Notes begin appearing in her home. Her cat seems agitated by things unseen. And the journal entries she finds from her grandmother's past? Let's just say they open a door she can't close again. Now here's what's fascinating. While Addie's trying to piece together the mystery of her family's past, there's someone else in the picture, Zade Meadows. A man who isn't supposed to exist in the daylight. He doesn't knock. He doesn't wait. He's a stalker, but not the kind you expect. Zade runs an underground organization that saves women from trafficking. Sounds noble, right? But the way he obsesses over Adeline, it's not heroic. It's obsessive. It's intimate. It's terrifying. And yet, it's magnetic. He starts by leaving her letters, watching her from the shadows. The way he infiltrates her life without permission. He hacks her devices, follows her car, leaves gifts that say, "I see you." It's all deeply violating, but disturbingly thrilling. This is where things get really interesting. The lines between villain and savior blur. Addie is not your typical damsel. She's sarcastic, guarded, and hungry for answers. But deep down, she's broken in ways she doesn't admit. And Zade? He knows how to find the cracks in her armor. There's one moment that stays with you. A scene where she confronts him after discovering the truth about his surveillance. She's angry, terrified, and yet, there's this undeniable pull between them. It's that kind of emotionally chaotic moment where your brain screams, "Run," but your heart whispers, "Stay." And that's the exact emotional tension that H.D. Carlton plays with throughout the book. You're constantly questioning, what would I do if I were her? But let me tell you something surprising. Zade isn't just obsessed. He genuinely believes he's protecting her. And in his twisted world, that justifies everything. The break-ins, the manipulation, the psychological games. He claims it's all to keep her safe from something darker, something worse. And the thing is, he might be right. Because as Addie digs deeper into her grandmother's past, she discovers a horrifying pattern. Women disappearing, being silenced, and secrets buried under the foundation of that old mansion. She realizes she's being watched not just by Zade, but by something else. Something ancient. Something sick. Zade's presence, while invasive, begins to feel like the lesser evil. Now here's the mind-bending part. Addie doesn't just fear Zade, she starts to need him. Not in a romantic cliché kind of way, but in a raw, almost primal way. Their connection is more psychological than physical. Though yes, the chemistry between them is explosive. It's about power, control, surrender. It challenges everything you think you know about consent, obsession, and love. There's this scene, without spoiling too much, where Adeline writes a story about a man like Zade. A man who follows her into the dark, not to harm her, but to claim her. And when Zade finds that draft, the look he gives her, it's not just passion, it's possession. And the house? It's like a living character. Doors open without explanation. Whispers echo through the walls. The journal entries left by her grandmother suggest that Adeline's stalker may not be the first to haunt this place. Every detail, from the rusted lock on the attic door to the missing photos in old albums, makes you feel like something is watching over your shoulder as you read. And maybe that's the brilliance of it. Haunting Adeline isn't just a love story. It's a psychological maze. You're not just reading about fear and desire, you're experiencing them. What do you think happens next, when a woman starts to feel more alive being stalked than she ever did being loved? When the man she fears becomes the only one she trusts to save her? And what if the biggest threat isn't the man in the shadows, but the one who's already inside the house. So now the question isn't just, is Zade dangerous? It becomes, is danger the only thing that truly makes Addie feel seen? That's the heart of it. Because as her life spirals into this dark game of cat and mouse, it's not just about surviving anymore, it's about surrendering. Not in weakness, but in a kind of twisted empowerment. She starts to peel back her own layers, confronting the shadows inside her that have always been there. And Zade? He doesn't run from those parts. He leans in. He provokes them. He worships them. There's a line where he tells her, "I don't want the version of you you show the world. I want the version that scares you." That moment? It's chilling. But it's also the moment you realize they're not falling in love. They're falling into madness. Together. Now here's where the story flips everything. Adeline uncovers that her family's past is darker than she ever imagined. That the mansion isn't just haunted by echoes, it's haunted by crimes. The same powerful men her grandmother hinted at in her journal? They still exist. And they know Adeline is getting close. Suddenly, Zade's obsession becomes a shield. His stalking becomes strategy. He's the only one standing between her and something truly monstrous. And yet, there's always this question in the back of your mind. If your protector is also your predator, are you ever really safe? There's one final confrontation that feels like standing at the edge of a cliff, emotionally, psychologically, morally. Adeline must choose, run toward the man who terrifies her, or run from the truth that's even more terrifying. And what makes this so unforgettable isn't just the suspense or the romance, it's the emotional whiplash. One minute you're afraid for her. The next, you envy the way she's seen. She's not a victim. She's not a heroine. She's something else entirely. And that's what makes Haunting Adeline so impossible to put down. It's not about good versus evil. It's about two broken people finding something unholy, yet deeply human in each other's darkness. And as twisted as that sounds, there's something hauntingly honest about it. We all want to be wanted, but how far would you let someone go to prove it? And that's what stays with you long after you close the book. Feel like you're meant for more, but don't know how to get there? You're not alone. Every success story starts with doubt and a spark. The Self-Made Millionaire, Zero to Wealth isn't just a book. It's your roadmap to purpose, confidence, and success, built on real lessons from real millionaires. One reader said, "It didn't feel like a book. It felt like my future talking to me." Inside, you'll find the exact mindset and principles used by the world's most successful people. No fluff, just real, life-changing wisdom. Ready to take the first step? Get it 100% free. Just subscribe and comment "book" below.